Hello, hello, it is I, the Infernoble Knight of YouTube, here making a video after a long hiatus. This time it is for the new format after the ban list, a branded deck. So let's get into it. YouTube mode on. Start with 3 Aliber. He searches your deck for Branded Fusion, or Branded in High Spirits, or Branded in Retribution. The best boy, 2 White Dragon, 1 Albaz. Using Fallen to get rid of an extra deck monster to summon himself, and then on summon to summon Ecclesia from hand, deck, or graveyard feels really good. I also just miss playing Ecclesia. I miss Sword Soul. 2 Cartesia, 1 Quim, Cartesia to Fuse, and Quim to Foolish Burial, and to bring back from grave. Ecclesia, quick effect, tag her out to bring out an Albaz or a Sword Soul, but we don't play the Golden Sword Soul in this version. It's kind of meh in this format, in my opinion. So we just use it to summon OG Albaz or new Albaz. Mercurier, because this is branded, and we've got Mercurier, the best birdie boy. Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. To Foolish Burial, a branded card. Bottom deck them, draw a card if you meet the requirements. Nice little extender. We are playing the Googlet to be able to search our Forbidden spell. What was it? Forbidden Crown and Droplet, depending on if you're going first or second. For the hand traps, we are playing Ash Blossom, because the card's really cool. And we play Veiler, because Veiler is also really, really cool. And it's a high spirits target, which is always nice. Ghost Bell, because we want to have a even better matchup against Cool Tune. And it does alright into Doomsday as well, from what little bit of the cards I read. This card's cool. Branded in High Spirits. It helps you search for a White Dragon. It helps you search for Quim. It helps you search for Cartesia. And that's usually what I usually search for with them. Fallen in the Virtuous. You should know what this card does. Gets rid of a card by getting rid of a card from your extra deck. Target pop. Super Poly. Super Poly is super duper good this format. With the ban list hitting us ever so slightly, we're now down to 1 Branded Fusion. But that's alright. We have the White Boy, the White Dragon. And to help us get into White Dragon even more, we play the Nadir Servant. Send a monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then add 1 Dogmatica monster or Fallen of Albaz from your deck to your graveyard to your hand. That has attack less than or equal to the monster sent. Sarcophagus, so we can banish Mercurier, and then Mercurier on banish to help us search for the White Boy. 1 branded opening to help us get to Aliber. That's pretty much it. You can also go into Quim as well, if you need to. But yeah. The discard is, I don't know. I just don't feel like discarding to summon is. It helps us get the Branded Fusion easier, and it does have its uses. I just feel like 1, I'm comfortable with 1. For the Gragonol target, not Gragonol, but Googlet targets, we got Forbidden Crown and Forbidden Droplet. Crown just says, your monster is impervious to everything, or not your monster, but any monster is impervious to everything, and its effects are negated. So that's cool for as an interruption piece. Branded Sword, because Cool Tune's going to banish your stuff. You can banish this trap card from your grave, target one of your banished monsters that is Fallen of Albaz, or a card monster that mentions it, and add it to your hand. So they banish your White Boy, OG, Cartesia, Quim, Ecclesia, stuff on the top row. Grab it back. Another little neat trick you can do is, if you already have the Mercurier in hand and Gold Sarcophagus in hand, you can banish the White Boy, and then if you have some way to access the Albion, you can use the Albion to send this from deck or hand to grave. Then you can banish this to add back the White Boy that's banished. So that's a neat little combo, or against Cooltoon, you just grab back your banished card. Retribution. This card says no to a monster that would be special summoned by a spell, trap, or monster effect by returning to the extra deck 2 Albaz fusions from grave or 1 fusion from field. And you can banish it to get a branded spell or trap back to your hand. So it's another way to recycle branded fusion. So technically this is the second branded fusion. But that's it for the main deck. Zoom out here a bit so you can see it. We'll go into the extra deck. Extra deck is also very standard. Ecclesia. Really cool synchro for this deck. Banisher. Summon a monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz. Or Albaz himself. Bring out Lulu Lilith. You summon her off of Gragnol. Once per turn, if a card leaves the extra deck, except during the damage step, you can make all monsters your opponent, all monsters you currently control, gain 500 attack permanently. Then you can negate the effects of one face-up card on the field until the end of the turn, which is neat. And then during the end phase, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can summon 1 spellcaster monster from your hand or deck whose attack and defense are the same. So really, you just have those 3. That's about it. Let's see. Next is 2 Albion. Albion fuses. Albion Engrave lets you get a branded spell or trap at the end phase. Albion's a good boy. Ubellion. On summon, discard a card to fuse. The boss monster, Big Bertha herself, Mira Jade. Abalinatus. Contact fuse with an Albaz and a dragon, or multiple dragons on board to make this. Has a graveyard effect. At the end of the turn, you grab Polymerization or a normal fusion from deck to hand. So you can grab back branded fusion. But really, this is just a contact fuse play. Devourer of Dogma. This card is your Towers monster if you have Ecclesia on the field or graveyard. And on summon, it shuffles back 2 from graveyard or banish back into the deck, but that's alright. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Dogmatic or a Tri Brigade from deck to hand. But really, he's just a big old Towers monster. Titanic Clad, because we have to have an out to Lunalights. And if it's engraved at the end of the turn, you can special summon 1 Fallen of Albaz or Dogmatica from your deck. Part of your interruption. Rembrum's Engrave, you can activate it to summon Albaz from a graveyard. So either the White Boar or OG Albaz, but mainly OG Albaz. It's a pretty good guard while it's on board as well, being able to negate an extra monster deck skill. 2 Gragnol, because you're always going to want to need 2. On summon, fusion summon, it sends a level 6 or higher light or dark monster from your extra deck or main deck to the graveyard, so that's where that comes in. And then when your opponent, if a monster is special summoned by your opponent's monster effect, you can banish this from field or grave to summon the Lulu Lilith. That's about the only way you can bring that card out. Because we gotta respect back row decks and potentially Doom Z, we'll still make this card. Now for more super poly targets, we've got the Mud Dragon. This is really for just Cooltoon. And Secretarion for the mirror match. Or if people are their own Dracotail, they'll play Dracotail and variants, and this card is still really cool against them. That is it for the main and extra deck. Side deck is just depending on your locals and what you feel like you're going to play against. So I guess we'll go over my side deck. So we'll go with side deck Theseus. Theseus is only there for Coltoon. You can even, in this version of the deck, or this deck in general, you don't even need Theseus. If you have access to Albaz on board and Super Poly, you just Super Poly Albaz and a card on their board and you make Mirror Jade. They're going to end on a Synchro. You're going to have an Albaz on board. You're just going to make Mirror Jade. Easy peasy. Or if they have 2 cards on board, you just make Mud Dragon. That's, you know, I don't know if I really want Theseus in the side deck or not, but it's there. Because my locals has a couple Malice players. They like a big throbbing wiener. Gotta play Lancia. And it's really cool versus Orchist as well. Mole Charmy in the side deck, because Mole Charmy is mid this format. We wanted a bunch of negation hand traps. That's why the Ghost Bells and the Effect Bailers, Ash Blossoms are in there. Droll and Lockbird. It was good for, you know, still good versus Mitsu. Pretty decent against Doom Z. But just like Fualos, it has its uses. It's very situational. Also versus Doom Z, we wanted to put in Book of Eclipse. You could theoretically probably put this in against Coltoon as well. Just Book of Moon, their stuff. Call by, because we don't like to get Fualos. We don't like to get Shifted. We don't like to get Ash, especially Ash. And the last card is Evenly Match. Just reset the board. Alright, boys and girls. That is it for the deck profile. Deuces.